Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you so much for joining today's Srimad Bhagavatam class. Let us start with Jai Radha Madhava. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yashoda Ravana Shodanandana Janaran Dhiravanacha Jaya Radha Jana Vallabhaki Bharata Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Vallabhaki Bharata Shodanandana Dhiravanacha Anandana Braja Jana Ranjana Dhiravanacha Jaya Radha Gopijal Radha Jaya Radha Yashodanandana Radha Yashodanandana Radha Jaya Radha Giridhari Radha Giridhari Radha Govardhana 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 Giri Govardhana Jaya Vrindavan Pavan Jaya जय राधे श्याम, राधे श्याम, राधे श्याम, जय राधे श्याम। जय कृष्ण बलराम, कृष्ण बलराम, कृष्ण बलराम, जय कृष्ण बलराम। प्रभुपाद, 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 जय श्री प्रभुपाद, प्रभुपाद। पिता गौर प्रेमानंद। थैंक यू। Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you so much for joining today's Srimad Bhagavatam class. Today we will be reading from fourth canto, 17th chapter, verse number 14. Srimad Bhagavatam 4.17. Pravepaman dharani, Pravepaman dharani, Nisham yodayudam chatam, Nisham yodayudam chatam, Go Gostyapadar Gostapadaravadbhiti, sorry, Gostapadravadbhita, Gostapadravadbhita, Mrigiva Mrugau Truta, Mrigiva Mrugayududruta, Pravepamana Dharani, Nisham Yodayudam Chatam, Gausta Apadravatpita, Mrigiva Mrugayudruta, Pravepamana Dharani, Nisham Yodayudam Chatam, Gausati Apadravatpita, Mrigiva Mrugayudruta. Anybody want to recite? Pravepamana dharani, Nisham yodayudam chatam, Gausatya padravatpita, Gausatya padravabhita, Mrugiva mrugayudruta. Pravepamana dharani, Nisham yodayudam chatam, Gausatya padravabhita, मृगीव मृगयुधृता. Synonyms: pravepamana, trembling; dharani, the earth; nishamaya, seeing; udayudam, having taken his bow and arrow; cha, also; tam, the king; gau, a cow; sati, becoming; apadravat, began to flee; beta, very much afraid; mragi, mragi eva, like a deer; mragayu, by a hunter; druta, being followed. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Translation: When the earth saw that King Prithu was taking his bow and arrow to kill her, she became very much afraid and began to tremble. She then began to flee, exactly like a deer, which runs very, very swiftly when followed by a hunter. Being afraid of King Prithu, she took the shape of a cow and began to run. Purport: Just as a mother produces various children, both male and female, the womb of the Mother Earth produces all kinds of living entities in various shapes. Thus, it is possible for Mother Earth to take on innumerable shapes. At this time, in order to avoid the wrath of King Prithu, she took the shape of cow. Since a cow is never to be killed, Mother Earth thought it wise to take the shape of a cow in order to avoid King Prithu's arrow. King Prithu, however, could understand this fact and therefore he did not stop chasing the cow shaped earth. Let's recite Mangalacharan prayer for auspiciousness. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाखया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा ददाति विश्वपदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्य श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहगण श्रीविशाखान्वितान् हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त सप्तकाञ्चन राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो नमः नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Prachayini Nirvishesha Shubhastyadeshtarini Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Achalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Krupatam Vande Paramananda Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you so much for joining today's Srimad Bhagavatam class in person and online. So I seek blessings from all of you so that by your blessings and your mercy and by my spiritual master's mercy, whatever I heard, I could repeat it. And Krishna gives me right words to speak on this words so that I can apply for myself. Thank you so much, Hare Krishna. So today's verse is little interesting because in the Shastras we see that especially Prabhupada is also saying that Mother cow is considered as very sacred animal and because she is very dear to Krishna and also she is mother because we drink her milk and we grow. So there are seven mothers and in which two mothers are earth and cow. So both of them are mothers. So here Prithu Maharaj is trying to chase Mother Earth and who is in the form of Mother Cow. So, but in the future verses we will come to know that it is said that it's a duty of a king to see to not to give any lenience to somebody who is an offender. So Prithu Maharaj says in the future verses saying that we have we have performed sacrifice to satisfy all the demigods, including Mother Earth. And Mother Earth has taken her share and in share sufficiently, but still she is not giving. Uh, but still she is not giving grains for the citizens to eat. And then there, Pruthumara says that you are like that cow who is eating grass, but but you are not filling your milk bag to give milk, and that too with your knowledge. So in that case, I have to punish you. So Prithu Maharaj is saying that if if Prithu Maharaj and everybody, not just if it was the case that okay, I am performing sacrifice, but others are not performing any sacrifice in his kingdom. What that is what happening in today's world. Somebody can say that we are also performing Nam Sankirtan Yajna, so that is sacrifice. Then uh, why there is a disturbance? That is why Prithu Maharaj used we all perform sacrifice. That means everybody, including the citizens and Prithu Maharaj, not just Prithu Maharaj. So today's world, the problem in today's world is this that only few handful of devotees are performing Nam Sankirtan Yajna, but the rest of them are trying to enjoy. But because of those handful of devotees, at least there is something which can see some grains and something. Otherwise, there would have been nothing, like how it happened in the case of Vena's kingdom. because nobody, Vena wouldn't have, Vena would have not, Vena did not perform anything, and he did not allow anybody to perform. That is the reason Mother Earth actually took it, Mother Earth kept the grains for herself, at least in the start. So now, even though people are so sinful, why we are getting grains, why we are getting food to eat, even though something not very pure, but at least we are getting something, some resources, some rains, and something is there. It's not completely zero. It's because of those handful of devotees who are performing sacrifice. Because of those handful of devotees only, entire world's necessities taken care now. People are thinking, as yesterday Krishna Kumar Prabhu said, that there how there are so many people, how there will be sufficient resources for everybody. People are thinking that because of the overpopulation, the resources are going down. But actually, if each and everybody perform Sankirtan Yajna, then how much abundance of the resources we will have just by handful devotees performing Sankirtan Yajna, that so much everybody is taken care. And if everybody performs, then how much, what will be the situation of our planet Earth? It will be like a heavenly planet. Resources will be flourishing everywhere, and and there will be no shortage. There will be no greed. Even if their people are greedy, then also they'll have enough for not for like for to satisfy their greed if everybody start performing Sankirtan Yajna. So so that is what Prabhupada is explaining in these verses, taking this as an opportunity, Ritu Maharaj pastime as an opportunity. Prabhupada is trying to explain the entire world what they should do for being happy. In third chapter, Krishna explained in a length, at least first uh, 12 verses, 12 to 13 verses on how to be happy, how to satisfy demigod. Now, here, Mother Prithu Maharaj is saying, it seems like now it have been some time. Prithu Maharaj has coronated, and also after that they have performed some sacrifices also. So it seems like now there was some time in between Prithu Maharaj coronation and this pastime, and in that meantime they have performed sufficient sacrifice to satisfy all the demigods, including Mother Earth and including Vishnu. So because of that, Prithu Maharaj can very confidently, without any hesitation, is trying to punish Mother Earth because Prithu Maharaj is incarnation of Krishna, is Vishnu, is a incarnation of Vishnu. So how, why will Prithu Maharaj will take wrong step? He will never take any step whimsically. Prithu Maharaj will take all the steps, whatever he is doing, according to Shastra. So that is why here there is a teaching to all of us that sometimes it feels according to Shastra something is wrong, but then it might not be wrong according to Shastra. Especially speaking, when we think that people are in current time, that people are becoming devotees or brahmacharis, leaving everyone, their family members, everybody. So they're doing so wrong. In Shastras, it is said that we should not do like that. But People doesn't know that it is for the greater good of everybody, including their family members. If somebody becomes brahmachari or some grahasthas become devotees, then people start saying that, Arey, you are wasting your life becoming devotees. You have to take care, and they'll quote the verses also from Shastra, like performing the duty and also do. That is good if you can do it. But if you cannot do it, people will like. I've seen that in one of my in family member only one couple is devotee. They are very dedicated to the mission of Srila Prabhupada. And when they are very dedicated, people told them that, Arey, you are doing wrong. You should also do this ritual, that ritual. It's there in the Shastra and all they will say. But then it might be correct according to the Shastra. It might look correct, but actual there are two dharmas which we have seen in Bhagavad Gita, that paradharma and aparadharma, and which Krishna is saying to Arjuna also, that that mm, dharma for material body is good. You have to do it, but when you have to choose that paradharma, that highest dharma, which is the spiritual, which is to progress in spiritual life, which is to work for your soul. There will be so many debts, but those debts will be immediately cleared by Krishna. So Krishna in various places in Bhagavad Gita, because we had this fortune, we were so fortunate to learn in the association of devotees Bhagavad Gita by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. Because we had this fortune, we know now, and we know that whatever we are doing is actually sanctioned by Krishna. Otherwise, many people, if they don't have knowledge, this knowledge that what they are doing is right or wrong, then that is the reason people will get deviated. That is the reason people think that people will get doubts in their mind whether they are doing it correct or wrong, because of the lack of shastric knowledge and because of the lack of proper association. So here Prithu Maharaj was firm in his decision of chasing Mother Earth, who was in the form of cow. He was very firm in because he was fully equipped with the knowledge of Shastra. When you have knowledge of Shastra, you will know what is right and what is wrong, and Paramatma within your heart will uh, will uh, will guide you. But for Paramatma to guide us, just knowledge of Shastra is not enough. We need to perform devotional service. So we need to serve the devotees. We need to serve spiritual master. We need to serve Krishna. We need to serve all the living entities. Here, Prithu Maharaj, with the knowledge, he is serving his citizens and he is serving Brahmanas. So he is serving everybody, Brahmanas, his citizens, and because he is serving and because he have knowledge, then Paramatma guides that living entity. Here, Prithu Maharaj is the Satyavesa avatar. So, but in general, if we serve and if we take shelter of devotees, then only Paramatma will guide us. Otherwise, we might think that, oh, I have knowledge and I'm taking this right, this decision is right, but it most of the time it might not be correct. Until and unless we are not purified of our six impurities, we whatever decisions we take will be mostly from our mind, and whatever decisions we take from the mind is always I can say 99% at least will lead to the wrong direction only. So we need to take decisions from buddhi, intelligence, that too not material, spiritual intelligence. And spiritual intelligence will come only after Gyan has converted into Vigyan. So that the knowledge has turned into realized knowledge. So that realized knowledge is only possible by performing bhakti yoga. And bhakti yoga is not possible just by knowledge. Bhakti yoga is actually service. Service to the devotees of Krishna, service to spiritual master, service to other living entities. Whether they are devotee or non-devotee doesn't matter. But trying to serve other devotees, other living entities who are non-devotees, in a way to make them devotees, in a way to give them Krishna, whether directly or indirectly. We need to give, we need to try to preach the message of Krishna in whatever capacity we can. For example, it it doesn't matter whether you do big things or small things. It matters what your intention is. For example, somebody go out for preaching, meet so many people and give the message of Krishna. Somebody go out for Sankirtan, meet, whether they meet or not, at least they are chanting the holy name of the Lord on the streets. By that, people, whether they hear attentively or whether they hear just casually, everybody is getting benefited. So, if somebody can do that, that is good. But if somebody cannot go out, cannot meet, they are bonded, suppose in just temple because of their services, then whoever comes with their behavior, they'll speak about Krishna. If they cannot speak, for example, suppose if somebody is dumb and they cannot speak anything about Krishna to someone, with their behavior they'll preach about Krishna. And by looking at that person, uh, people will be attracted to how a devotee of Krishna is and how, wow, this is so nice, and then they want to also become devotee of Krishna. So there are many ways, like there is one instance where I forgot, but somebody just looking Prabhupada waving his hand became devotee. Wow, they were so attracted by the way Prabhupada was waving his hand on Rath Yatra, on the chariot. They became devotee. So by any way, only thing is we need to be fully Krishna conscious at each and every moment. Then only whatever we do, people will get attracted to Krishna. So for this, we have to be Krishna conscious 24 hours. So when Krishna is within our heart, then naturally we become attractive. And whatever we do, people will get attracted not to us, to Krishna. So that is why being Krishna consciousness should be the ultimate goal of our life. There should be no other goal in the life except being Krishna conscious. Because ultimately, what is the good for us, for anybody else, if we have any other goal except being Krishna conscious? So, for example, Duryodhan had other goals. He was not at all worried of being Krishna conscious, even though Krishna was with them at that time. He was not at all worried. What good has happened for him and what good has happened for the people around him? Nothing. And Ravana, He was also not he even though Ram was present at that time, but he was not at all bothered to become Krishna conscious. But he has other goals. What good has happened to him? What good has happened to others? Only one good has happened, that he was killed by Lord Ram. That was actually good, but we we might not be as lucky as Ravan. So if we are not Krishna conscious, and if we have other goals, what good will happen to us, or what good will happen to anybody else? If we think, we'll get the honest answer that nothing will happen to anybody of us, nothing will happen to others. Nothing will happen in the sense nothing good will happen. Yesterday we had a class in Lansing MSU. We were speaking, we were discussing. A talk came. We have some goals. For example, we want to do very nice because everybody's student. So we were speaking in scientific uh, discussions. We were discussing. So we had a talk that okay, if you become a great researcher, a Nobel Prize winner, even if you have invented something, how long will it be there? You put your whole life, 70 years of your life in inventing something, and then after 400, 500 years, it will not even worth it. People will forget it, it will become obsolete, something new will come. For example, Dalton theory. He had put his whole life in inventing the structure of an atom, and then he came with this conclusion that atom is a solid matter. Everybody accepted it at that time, and everybody said, wow, such a great invention. And after Dalton passed away, so Bohr came, and then he said that no, that theory is wrong, this is correct. And then whatever life, whatever efforts, whatever goal he had in the life, he gave his entire time in doing something. Now with nobody talks about it. So his time was wasted, and everything was ruined. And now he lost the opportunity of being a human life by not being Krishna conscious. Now, where will he be? What he might be doing? We nobody knows. Only Krishna knows. But from Shastra, we can see that it was the time wasted. So, what good? Even we have the good goals, high goals, it will do for us, or it will do for others. Nothing. Even if they wouldn't have invented any atom, even if they wouldn't have invented anything, still people were living happily before them, and people we would have continued lived happily. But now we see, because of the technology, people are million times miserable compared to the people 200 years ago. So why? Because mental problems, because of the technology. Now, as soon as as time is progressing, then more and more and more problems. The present time, this present moment, 901, is actually much better than the time 905, and the 905 is much better than tomorrow. Today's 905 is much better than tomorrow. Then this year is much better than the next year, and the next year is much better than the coming 100 years. So the time, every moment, the time is degrading, because it is said in 12th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Kali Yuga is degrading moment by moment by moment. People are degrading in Kali Yuga moment of after a moment. So now, when this moment, this time is better, when we have the opportunity to become Krishna conscious, we have to put efforts to become more and more Krishna. So this all came from the point, this discussion started from the point Prithu Maharaj is because he is 24 hours Krishna conscious. Paramatma within his heart can guide him. What is right and what is wrong. Otherwise, it is not possible. If we have impurities, anger, greed, envy, pride, ego, lust, what to speak of Paramatma? Even our buddhi is not guiding us. Even our intelligence cannot guide us because intelligence is a servant of of our mind. So what are the power boosters of mind? Anger, greed, envy, lust, pride, ego. They give so much power to mind that intelligence feel very weak. They make mind as an elephant and intelligence thinks itself as an ant. So these impurities are power boosters for the mind. So we have to work on getting rid of these impurities. This is only happening again by in the association of devotees acquiring knowledge, not just acquiring knowledge and forgetting everybody else. So knowledge will not do any good to us if we don't serve the devotees. And we can serve the devotees only in the association of devotees. We can do service in the temple only in the association of devotees because serving Krishna directly is not at all helping anybody. There is a famous pastime of Kulashekar, no, sorry, I forgot the name. One Alvar is there who was doing charmer personal direct service to to uh, to Krishna, and then he asked Krishna. Somebody came and asked. Sorry, somebody asked him that can you ask Krishna when will I go back to Godhead? And Krishna, he asked to Krishna directly. He could talk to Krishna. Krishna said he's going back to Godhead this lifetime only. And then in curiosity, he asked, when I am going back to Godhead? He said, Krishna said, those who serve my devotees will go back to Godhead in this lifetime. Those who don't serve my devotees, there is a doubt that they will go back to Godhead in this lifetime. He understood that it is now Krishna is indirectly saying that he might not have opportunity. Then he retired from his service, direct service to Krishna, and then he went and became a cowherd man under his god brother's cow shed. And then afterwards, when he came back, Krishna said, yes, you are going back to God in this lifetime. Why? Because he served devotee of Krishna, not direct service of Krishna. So we need to serve devotee of Krishna. Then only we'll get the our intelligence will become realized intelligence. Otherwise, you do whatever you want to do, it is not possible. Whether you can do fasting, whether you can do feasting, whether you can do dancing, whether you do anything, if you are not serving devotees, whatever we do, you can do japa 192 rounds every day. It will also be not possible if we don't have the mercy of devotees. So everything is possible by the mercy of devotees. Here Prithu Maharaj was serving Brahmanas. Prithu Maharaj was serving his citizens. That is why he had the intelligence to take the decision what is right and what is wrong. Even though externally it feels that it is wrong to punish Mother Earth, it is wrong to punish cow. But still, Prithu Maharaj was very confident and he did not stop chasing because he had that proper intelligence which was guided to him by Paramatma. And it happened because he was serving the devotees, and in the association of devotees, he got the knowledge. Even though he was avatar, Satyavish avatar of Krishna, still every avatar shows us with the example what we should do. Even Ram was also directly Vishnu Tattva, but still Ram did not from day one, like he did not show that, oh, I am Vishnu and did everything. He acted as a human to give to show us with the example how a human should live. So similarly, Prithu Maharaj here is also showing us with the example what we should do. So that is what we can learn from this pastime, from this verse, and that is what I can think of. It's already late, so I'll end here. If anybody have any corrections, you can please correct me. If anybody wants to add, you can please add me. Sorry, you can please add. Otherwise, we'll end. You want to add anything, Prabhuji? You want to add? If nobody have anything, we'll end here. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. Hare Krishna. वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय। शिल प्रभुपाद की